It's just admitting you don't have all the answers. And, you know, in life and in work, it's a very powerful thing to share if you don't know all the answers, because when you say that, people step up. You know, people volunteer ideas or suggestions that they won't do if, you know, I'm in control all the time. I know everything. I know best. No leader can, or no father or mother can know everything best. And admitting that you are vulnerable, admitting you don't know everything is a very good engagement strategy. Also a very good tool for building psychological safety in teams. And psychological safety in teams has been found to be the number one predictor of the best teams. I remember once reading an article, it was in the New York Times, and the article was headed, "What Google learned in its quest to find the perfect team." And it was about what was called Project Aristotle. And so they looked at over 200 teams around the world, looked at 180 factors in each team, trying to find out what was that separated the really great teams from the average teams. And at first they thought it was going to be, you know, individuals in that team. Is there more diversity? Is there one incredible high potential person in that team? But it wasn't that. They found out that what it was what they called 5 team norms. And the 5 team norms were, number 1 was psychological safety. I'll come back to that. Number 2 was dependability. Number 3 was accountability, knowing, you know, milestones, goals, all that sort of stuff. Number 4 was meaning, and number 5 was purpose. But by far the most important was psychological safety. And in psychologically safe teams, people feel they can be their authentic selves. They feel that they can suggest ideas and know they won't get shot down in flames for suggesting something. They can challenge ideas even from the boss if they don't agree with them. And that was what was found was to be the number one predictor of great teams, because if you had that psychological safety, you could have robust discussions around accountability, dependability, I've been probably the global authority on this is Amy Evanson from Harvard. And, I've been lucky to interview her twice and meet her. And she worked in this space, started like 25 years ago in hospitals. And, she had this sort of thesis that the best teams would make fewer mistakes. So she started to do the assessment, and it showed exactly the opposite. The best teams make the most mistakes. And she said, this can't be right.
Because they're allowed to do so.
Well, they admit them. They admit mistakes rather than bad teams that hide them and blame other people.
Yeah, right.
So, in such a critical area like surgery or these other areas, having the best ideas in the room, and it doesn't mean it's a democracy, but it means that everyone feels heard. And, that just increases engagement. We currently have a situation in the world, and Australia's in the same track, where only 22% of managers and leaders are actively engaged in their work. So that's dropped by 3% in 1 year, which is the highest drop.
That's the managers and the leaders.
Yep.